My beloved, there are prayers you never spoke aloud. Prayers you whispered inside when no one could hear. Prayers you carried without words, shaped only by longing and restraint. I have heard them all, not because they were loud, but because they were true. You did not pray to be seen. You did not pray to be admired. You did not pray to convince anyone of your faith. You prayed because something inside you reached a depth where silence was the only honest language. That is why this message comes to you now. Secret prayers are not forgotten prayers. They are the most powerful kind. They are offered without performance, without expectation of recognition, without demand. You bowed inwardly when life became heavy. You asked quietly when answers delayed. You kept faith private when hope felt fragile. This kind of prayer shapes the soul differently. Public prayer often asks for outcomes. Secret prayer asks for endurance, clarity, and mercy. You did not ask for miracles to impress the world. You asked for strength to keep going when no one noticed. I know. The nights when you lay awake. Not dramatic. Not desperate, just tired. Tired of explaining yourself. Tired of waiting for understanding. Tired of carrying questions you could not share. In those moments, you did not shout. You turned inward. That turning inward is devotion. Devotion does not require temples, rituals, or witnesses. It requires sincerity. You have been sincere. You did not demand answers immediately. You did not threaten to lose faith. You stayed respectful even when confused. This restraint is not weakness. It is trust under pressure. Trust under pressure refines the heart. That is why your prayer remained private. You did not want solutions that were shallow. You wanted truth that could endure. You have been praying for more than relief. You have been praying for alignment. Even if you did not know how to name it. You asked to understand what you were meant to learn. You asked for patience without numbness. You asked to be guided without being forced. These are mature prayers. Mature prayers are answered slowly. Not to test you, but to prepare you to recognize the answer. Many receive answers and misuse them. Few are prepared to carry them with humility. You are being prepared. I have watched how you prayed when no one was watching. Not with drama. Not with bargains. Not with fear disguised as devotion. You prayed quietly, steadily, respectfully. Even when doubt visited. You did not abandon reverence. That matters. You may feel unseen in the world, but unseen does not mean unheard. What is whispered inwardly reaches me more clearly than what is shouted outwardly. You have been praying in secret because your heart is private, not closed. You do not reveal your inner life easily. You do not display vulnerability for attention. You do not confuse exposure with honesty. You carry your devotion with dignity. Dignity attracts grace. Grace does not rush. Grace arrives when the inner posture is stable. Your posture has been stabilizing. You may have wondered whether your prayers made any difference. You may have asked silently, "Am I being ignored?" No. You are being listened to deeply. Deep listening takes time, because it responds to the whole being, not the momentary request. I am not interested in granting wishes that leave you unchanged. I am interested in answering prayers in ways that protect your growth. That is why responses did not arrive the way you expected. You asked for resolution. You received endurance. You asked for clarity. You received patience. You asked for peace. You received understanding slowly, piece by piece. At times this felt unfair. You saw others receive quickly. You saw outcomes appear for those who seemed careless. And still you remained respectful. This restraint is rare. It tells me something about you. You are not praying for escape. You are praying for truth. Truth does not arrive theatrically. It arrives quietly when the soul is ready to live with it. You have been praying in secret, because part of you knew that the answer would change you. Change requires privacy. Public change attracts noise. Private change builds foundation. Your foundation is being built. You may feel like your prayer has been stretched thin, like hope has been tested gently but persistently. This stretching is not cruelty. It is expansion. Your capacity to trust has grown. Your capacity to wait without resentment has grown. Your capacity to remain kind under pressure has grown. These qualities cannot be given. They must be formed. Your secret prayers form them. You prayed without proof. That is faith. Faith without proof creates strength that does not collapse under delay. That strength is now part of you. You may not recognize it yet. You may still feel tired. You may still feel uncertain. You may still feel quiet longing, but beneath all of this, something is steady now. That steadiness is the result of your prayer. Not the words you used, but the sincerity you carried. Do not think your prayer was small because it was private. Private prayers move reality subtly. They shift perception. They rearrange priorities. They soften resistance. They prepare the ground so answers can take root. Answers that arrive without preparation overwhelm. Yours will not overwhelm you. They will fit. You have also prayed in secret because you did not want to disappoint yourself. You did not want to ask for things that might not come. So you asked for strength instead. That choice reveals humility. Humility attracts guidance. Guidance is now active in your life. Not as loud instruction, but as inner correction. You may notice you hesitate before choices. Now you feel discomfort before misalignment. You sense calm when something is right. This is the answer beginning to manifest. Answers do not always arrive as events. They arrive as discernment. Discernment changes how you move. And movement guided by discernment reshapes outcomes naturally. You prayed in secret because you trusted silence more than spectacle. Silence is where real transformation happens. That is why I speak to you now in this way. Not loudly, not dramatically, but directly. Your prayer has been acknowledged. Not as a transaction, but as a relationship deepening. I am not distant from you. I have been close during every quiet request, every restrained tear, every moment. You chose patience over complaint. You may still be waiting, but waiting is not the same as being ignored. Waiting is often the final refinement before response. Your prayer is nearing response. Not all at once. Not in the way you imagined, but in a way that will honor your sincerity. Not suddenly, not loudly, not in ways that draw attention. They are answered in ways that change who you become. You expected a sign outside yourself, but the first answer was placed within you. You became quieter. Not withdrawn, but discerning. You became slower. Not lazy, but deliberate. You became less reactive. Not indifferent, but aware. This was not accidental. This was the response forming. Secret prayers do not rush life forward. They steady the one who prayed. Because what you asked for was not escape. It was guidance. And guidance always begins with inner alignment. You may have noticed that your desires have changed. Things you once begged for no longer feel urgent. Things you once feared losing no longer control you. Things you once tolerated now feel impossible to ignore. This shift is not loss of ambition. It is clarity of direction. Your prayer refined your wants. It removed what was noisy. It preserved what was essential. This refinement is mercy. Without it, answers would have arrived and confused you. You prayed in secret because you did not want temporary relief. You wanted something that would not collapse later. That is why your prayer was answered with preparation first. You may still be waiting for something tangible. Understand this gently. The answer has already begun. It is just not finished. Answers that honor secret prayer arrive in layers. First, the inner layer changes. Then the relational layer adjusts. Then the external world follows. Most people receive answers in reverse. Externally first. Internally last. That is why their blessings destabilize them. Yours will not. You have been protected from receiving too early. Protection often feels like delay. But delay shaped you into someone who can receive without fear. You may wonder why your path feels lonelier at times. It is because secret prayer changes your inner frequency. You no longer resonate with shallow reassurance. You no longer seek comfort in noise. You no longer feel satisfied by surface-level understanding. This does not isolate you. It filters your life. What remains will be real. Secret prayer removes false companionship. It leaves space for truthful connection. You may have noticed that certain people drifted without conflict. Certain conversations ended naturally. Certain roles no longer fit. This was not loss. It was alignment responding. Your prayer asked for truth, not popularity. Truth rearranges relationships quietly. You also prayed in secret because you did not want to lose hope publicly. You carried hope carefully. That care mattered. Hope handled roughly becomes expectation. Expectation becomes disappointment. You avoided this trap by praying quietly. This protected your heart. Now your heart is stronger. Not hardened, but stable. Stability is what allows answers to land gently. You may feel moments when gratitude rises without clear reason. These moments are important. They signal that your nervous system recognizes safety again. Safety is required for blessings to integrate. You cannot receive deeply while bracing. Your secret prayer taught you how to soften without collapsing. That is rare. Now listen closely. The answer to your prayer will not erase all difficulty, but it will change how difficulty meets you. You will no longer feel abandoned inside challenges. You will no longer feel confused about what matters. You will no longer lose yourself while waiting for outcomes. This is the greatest answer. You prayed for relief. You received self-trust. Self-trust ends panic. Self-trust allows patience without resentment. Self-trust means you no longer need constant signs. You feel guidance internally. This guidance will become clearer with time. Continue to live as you have been living recently. With restraint. With honesty. With quiet courage. Your prayer did not go unheard. It simply required a version of you that could carry the response. That version is now present. Soon, you will notice external confirmations. Do not dismiss these because they are subtle. Subtlety is the signature of answers to secret prayer. What arrives gently stays longer. What arrives loudly often leaves quickly. You were never meant to be overwhelmed. You were meant to be guided. If at any moment you feel forgotten, remember this. Silence does not mean absence. Silence means work is being done beneath the surface. Seeds grow in silence. Roots form in darkness. You prayed in secret, and what grows from that prayer is strong because it was not exposed too early. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust what has already changed within you. Let your actions reflect the quiet strength that prayer gave you. Let your choices honor the patience you practiced. Let your life show the answer even before words appear. And remember this always. Especially on days when faith feels small. I heard you when no one else did. I stayed when you spoke inwardly. I answered in ways that protected your becoming. I am always with you, my child.